I think we're live.
I think we are.
Well, wait, there's some things happening on the computer screen.
Uh-oh.
I think
If we're live, hi everybody. We're live.
Now we're live.
Yay!
Hey, welcome to our first episode of our talk show.
Yes.
Which we're going to start doing what they call a podcast.
No, except this is not really a podcast yet.
No.
Because we don't really know what we're doing. But that's
At
okay.
all.
I'm Mary. This is Kevin.
I'm Kevin.
And we are the owners of Nuts and Berries,
Yes.
a.k.a. the Nuthouse.
Yes.
So right now, we're calling this the Nuthouse Happy Hour?
Happy Hour at the Nuthouse.
At the Nuthouse. And it's literally a nut house every day.
But that might change. It might have a different name next.
Well, we want to know what you guys think. I'd like to know what you think.
Well, I did some research. I Googled how to do a podcast, even though this isn't really a podcast yet. And it said you should have a name.
We don't have the light. If we have the light,
you should have
does that
some.
matter?
You should have some more technology than just my MacBook Pro, but that's what we have for now.
Here, I'll just I'll be like this the whole time, and then I can have better lighting.
It makes a big shadow on that. And then
yeah, it's not really good. All right, we won't do that.
So maybe in the future we'll have some better technology. And
we have this thing called a circle of light, which is this light thing that we put our phone on normally when we do our Facebook Lives, and see if I go closer. No, it keeps changing. But
it's literally a circle. It's like a circle of light. And we need it for just what we're doing now, and we don't have it. So sorry about the lighting. Normally, future episodes might not look like we're in an actual prison cell.
So speaking of, if you have little ones in the room, like I have a little 5-year-old, if you have little ones in the room, you can put the earmuffs on them because they like to run around with earmuffs, or you can send them in the other room, or you can put your earbuds in so you can hear it, because this is not going to be necessarily kid-friendly.
Yeah,
there could be some explicit language.
It might be colorful.
Colorful.
Yeah.
I like to create new colors of crayons. So maybe not.
Now, some of you may be wondering, what is the point of this?
Nothing. Now, we have nothing else to do because we are small business owners during a pandemic.
That's right. So I can tell you what we're not going to focus on, because everyone else does, is the pandemic and all that.
Yes.
So we're in the basement of the Decatur store. We're away from people, so just to get out of the way, we don't have masks on.
I do have a mask right here, so when I leave, I can go upstairs.
And I have my
he has this like
here.
Scarf on.
Yes. So but that's what we're not going to talk too much about, because I'm kind of sick of talking about it.
Well, I think it's all bullshit. So I mean, I think that I don't believe one word that anybody says at all, whether you're on the left or the right, in the middle, upside down, backwards. I don't believe it. I just don't believe. I think that every number can be manipulated, and I think every number is being manipulated, good or bad. I mean, I'm sure there's a virus, and I'm sure people are dying, and that's really sad. But beyond that, I don't know anything. So,
Mary, I had an interesting fact for you.
So that would be the end of our show.
Yeah, right.
We know nothing. We're going to wear masks in the store. We clean. And by the way, we also build our immune systems.
Yes. I'm going to give you an interesting health fact, Mary.
Can we see if people are commenting on here?
I see the eyeball. It means that at least 5 people are watching.
5 people are watching. So hi, if you're watching, but maybe I should pull up Facebook on my page and see.
Oh, who knows what'll happen.
This should be interesting.
So
here we go.
As we said already, we really don't know. We're kind of winging this as we
here we go.
do most of it.
Good.
Oh, there it is.
Right.
It's going to be a delay though on that.
Okay, great.
All right. Mary, did you know that typically?
I got to turn off the volume on here.
Okay. Oh, there you go.
All right.
But it's going to be a delay on that, I think.
All right, great.
Did you know that you typically only breathe through one nostril at a time? So you actually inhale and exhale through one nostril at a time, according to definitive research published in the journal Mayo Clinic Proceedings in 1977. Every few hours, the active nostril will take a break, and the other one will take over until they ultimately switch back.
That sounds like a good yoga practice. A new yoga class. New yoga class. Zoom yoga.
Put your finger under your nose and try it. So plug up one nostril. I'm not going to do it right now.
I'm going to do it. This one's stuffed up. Okay, this one's clear.
Okay.
So what am I doing?
All right, I'm going to try it too.
What are we doing? Why are we doing this?
Just I kind of think I'm breathing through both. I might be different. So I just want to give you all
like a left hand, right hand. You're ambidextrous via your nose.
That's right. I came prepared with some facts so that if we ran out of things to talk about, we would have things to talk about.
Look, now I can see who's joining. So hi, Susan. Not really though. It's not really showing me the comments.
Hi, Susan.
I like her to show me comments. I'm gonna be me. Oh, I can't be me. Why can't I be me?
Okay.
All right, here we go. Okay.
What did you want to talk
yes.
about?
So I am going to talk about. We have some cool things coming at the store, but that's not really what we're talking about here. We're just here to. Oh, of course, my battery's running. We're just here to talk about nothing really. To just really. Okay. So one of the big things that is going on right now is everybody is stressed out beyond their gourds. They're stressed out of their gourds, right? School is going to start. Not really. Virtual school. We're figuring it out. Like. I am going to be my kid's teacher. Are you freaking kidding me? Like, I hate kids. Like, I mean, I have a 5-year-old. I love her. She's wonderful. But so I have started meditating. I have started organizing. I have started learning how to change my tone. And I have started learning patience and recognizing when I'm frustrated. I've done all of these techniques. I've been working on them for at least 2 weeks. I've got 2 more weeks to go. By then, I'm going to be a fucking expert. And then all those teachers are going to be out of fucking work. So that's too bad for them, except for the fact that I really am going to send my kid back as soon as they open the doors. I'm jumping in that. We, of course, want the teachers to be safe. But we're not talking about the pandemic. What we're talking about is stress. And so one of the things we're doing is providing you with some entertainment. There's not enough entertainment out there. There's too many serious things going on, and people are too serious, and everybody's serious about everything. So we're going to be talking about stress and sleep and nuts and berries for the next 3 months. But one of the things that I did while I was doing research there is found out that humans now, and in the, of course, in the article that I was reading about, it said men, but humans are the only species to deprive themselves of sleep by choice. We choose to sleep less. We choose to get up super early to go exercise or to work or to get shit done. We purposely don't go to sleep later because why? We're entertaining ourselves, watching TV. We're drinking too much.
But couldn't you say that a dog?
Dogs sleep every day. My dog sleeps all damn day.
Hang on. But a dog, like a hyperactive dog.
Yeah.
It might be tired. Like you've seen funny videos. I like to watch cat videos sometimes.
Dogs are tired.
Where you see dogs that are standing there so tired and then they fall over. So that's like they were kind of. What'd you do?
I ran out of power on my phone and I don't have a power cord.
Here's a little insider tip on on how it works with nuts and berries. Mary and technology.
I am
in
good
general,
with technology. It does not like me. My energy messes with the technology. That's all I'm saying.
And it's shocking how many different technologies don't
everything.
like
I touch a computer. I walk in the room. The printer stops working. It's my energy. It's my energy.
She'll ask me why isn't the printer working? I'll say probably because you're standing there.
That's exact, and that's always the answer too. Because then I leave the room and it works for everybody else, but me.
Right.
I don't know. So I'm trying to find this thing. But so that's interesting. And I also think, along those lines, that humans are also, I think, the only animal that drinks another animal's milk. That's disgusting. I don't drink milk.
Unless, like, you've read the stories about, like, a pig.
Coco, the koala.
Like a pig that was raised by wolves or something like that.
Yeah, but not by choice. Like, that's not, it had no other choice of what to eat.
I don't know.
I'm just saying. I can't find our blogcast thing on here. So.
Speaking of that,
Here, let me go.
did you know that the scent of apples can ease claustrophobia?
Do you know why? I know why.
Wait, all right.
I know why.
Why?
It's one word, and it's like one of my favorite words. Come on.
Terpenes.
Terpenes! Yes! Terpenes! Woo!
Hang on. An apple a day can keep your claustrophobia away. According to Alan Hirsch, MD, of the Smell and Taste Treatment and Research Center in Chicago, smelling a green apple can change your perception of space, making rooms feel larger than they really are. Hirsch conducted a 1995 experiment on the subject, and during the study, he found that cucumbers have a similar effect, while the smell of barbecue smoke has the opposite effect. So if you're claustrophobic, buy some cucumbers and apples, and that might help.
Terpenes.
That was just a little factoid. And by the way, I kind of noticed that, and it might change for future, that it kind of looks like we're in the most boring room in the world.
And we are. It's a basement.
Yeah, but it's not that boring. But it really looks like we're like in a cell, like a prison cell.
We're not in prison.
No.
I mean, anybody could take that. So, this could be called the nutty factoid show.
The nutty factoid show, but it's not always going to be nutty factoids.
It's not.
No,
Okay.
I mean I have a bunch here. There's some good ones. I'll talk about them later.
All right.
What did you want to talk about?
Trolls. So every morning I sit in my backyard on my patio, and I have these red Adirondack plastic chairs. You know the kind.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah, except they're about 7 years old now, and a couple of them are cracked, so you never know whether you're gonna fall on your ass whenever you sit down. Like you sit down, you're like, and then you lay back and you're like, oh, okay, I fall down. Thank God. Anyway, so I sit out there every day with the trees and the quiet and the highway behind my house, and
Like starting your day.
just like at the ocean. Is what I tell myself as though we're at the ocean. And
Except with cars and trucks.
well, if you just close your eyes, you forget for a minute. It's the ocean. So every day I sit there and I think and I practice breathing because I forget to do that sometimes during the day, and I get angry, and that sucks.
You angry?
And so so every day, and then sometimes I have like thoughts. So the other day I had a thought, and I, put it on Facebook. Man, was it interesting. But anyways, and this morning I was thinking about somehow trolls.
Like monsters.
Well,
Because there's trolls.
I mean, the trolls on the cartoons aren't monsters.
There's trolls from like fairy tales and stuff, but there's also like internet trolls,
Yes,
which is a new kind of troll.
yes, and the parallel there you'll see if you look at the post on the trolling from the interwebs. But the trolling, then I asked myself, what is a troll? Like, where does the troll come from? Like, what's the history of the troll, right? So you'll know I have an anthropology fascination. I have a degree in anthropology. I like to learn about
Apparently,
that.
a troll fascination too.
Trolls are Norwegian mythology, right? So the mythology is that trolls lived in mountains and in hills, and they were isolated and they kept to themselves. Wait, is this describing half the people right now in the world? Except they were kind of creepy and mean. And oh wait, that is actually half the people in the world right now. I don't believe that. I think people are generally good. But anyway, so then
You shouldn't call people trolls, man.
when the sun came up, they froze and turned to stone.
Permanently or just every day?
Yeah. So
Right.
apparently there's these mountains in Norway, I think, somewhere in Norwegian,
Yeah, there's
that
mountains
look
there.
like trolls, right? And there's this one where there's one set here and one set here, and it looks like they're two troll mountains that are about to attack each other. Apparently they were so enthralled in battle that when the sun came up, they turned into stone.
So wait a minute. So the troll lives for one day.
No. The troll lives in the dark at night.
So the troll's born.
Yeah.
They're hatched or whatever they are.
No, they're babies. Well, I'll tell you why in a minute.
And so, but you said it was permanent. But if they're so the babies born at night.
Only if they get in the sun.
Oh,
Only
they
if
stay.
the sun comes up and they're
so-
in the sun. Like,
so but if
like
they
a
stay in
vampire
the-
would
They
turn
stay in
to
the
ash.
dark. They can live long and troll lives.
Yeah, they come out at night only and go back in the hills whenever it's daytime.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But so every myth is rooted in some kind of truth, right? Just like every lie, the good ones are rooted in some kind of truth. And so the troll, if you look at the troll, it has a very pronounced forehead, brow, and a face, and it's kind of crinkled. And hey, guess what? The Neanderthals were very much known for that. Big heads, not a lot of intelligence. Not as much intelligence as Homo sapiens or Homo erectus or the other hominids that were alive at that time. So there's a good chance that trolls could be the last remaining Neanderthals, because that's where Neanderthals were, way up in the northern areas, right? And they were somewhat humanoid. They formed in groups. They buried their dead. They did some of those things that
Right.
humans are characterized for. And anyway, so I thought that was
So you-
interesting. But that kind of brings me back to the internet troll, because internet trolls are basically people who scroll through your
onto
feed,
your social media.
jump into your posts and
Stir the
just,
pot
just
and-
stir the pot, detract
Yeah.
detract people from what you're doing, and then leave, right? So maybe the sun will come out on them. That's it.
That was wow. That came to a quick halt fast.
Trolls.
Humans are the only animals with chins. Try to picture another animal besides a human with a chin. You're probably not able to, right? Well, that's because humans are the only animals with chins. Of course, other animals have jaws, but as anthropologist James Pampush told The Atlantic, only humans have chins.
Hang on, elephants have chins.
Though scientists aren't entirely sure why we have this feature, one theory is that our chins make it easier for us to chew. Who knew?
Hang on. Elephants.
Elephants do not have a chin.
Hang on.
They do not have a chin.
They do. They
No.
do. I think
Monkeys
they do.
don't have chins.
What do you mean they don't have
They
chins?
don't have chins.
Hang on. Let me see an elephant face. Hang on. I think that's a chin.
We're going to learn at some point how to be able to put this on the screen and not just hold
I
it
think
up.
that's a chin. Like it's
That is
like
not a chin.
It's
That's
like
a
a double
tusk.
chin.
That's
Yeah.
a tusk.
It's not. No, I'm not pointing to the tusk. I'm pointing.
There's
Look,
no,
I'm pointing.
no, that's
look.
just a mouth.
Look,
It's not
hang
a
on.
chin.
How do I make my finger there? It's like right over there. Anyways, whatever. I don't know. I think elephants have chins. What? Monkeys don't have chins?
No,
How come they can talk?
they can't talk.
They can.
They don't.
Look,
because
this guy has a freaking chin.
That
That's
guy
a
does not
freaking
have a
chin.
chin.
Look at it.
Hold it over
That's a
that way.
chin.
That is not a chin.
No.
No,
Hell yeah, that's a chin. I think that guy's full of shit.
that's a lump.
I am calling bullshit on that. So let me ask you, is that guy actually a professor, or is he just one of those people that does like the mysterious Maya, and he makes some shows about stuff and never actually
No, it
does
says
any
here.
research?
It says here, anthropologist
Well,
James
just because he's an
Pambush.
anthropologist,
So-
people are doctors.
I got this from the internet.
Oh, right. Okay. Sorry, my bad.
Look, these are great facts.
I bet they are.
Ooh, this is one that applies to you that actually kind of proves the rule. Physically active pregnant women have smarter babies. And as many of you know, Mary did boot camp for years and years and years.
I did
and
burpees the day
all-
before my kiddo was
all the
born.
way through her pregnancy. Intelligence is largely hereditary. However, if you want to better your chances of having a smart child, staying fit and active might help. A 2013 study published in the Journal of Clinical and Experimental Neuropsychology found that pregnant women who exercised 3 times a week, and you did like 9 times a week, for 20-minute intervals improved their child's brain function and development. So, ladies, if you're looking to have
Ladies!
the next...
All the ladies!
I think the next happy hour we should have some cocktails.
Mm,
I mean,
or some cannabis.
or some cannabis.
Cocktails and cannabis with the nuts.
Everything goes here at Nuts and Berries. What other topics did you
Well,
bring, Mary?
I have way less important topics like the immune system and the supply chain. That I think I still want to talk about. I still do not understand why toilet paper is running short.
Well, so
And I get it. I don't understand toilet paper of
Here's-
all the things.
here's where the supply chain is busted. First of all, because everyone bought toilet paper by the
That was in
pallet.
March and
Right.
April.
But what happens?
It's July.
What's happening now is that what I've always found is I still can't find it anywhere. But then all my friends that I tell that to say they go to the store and take a picture of a full aisle of toilet paper.
It's because none of them work.
So because, well, some of them, but it's all about timing. So I got to the store the other day, and it was paper towels, and they had my actual brand of paper towel, which I hadn't seen in weeks. So I bought it at Kroger, and
Why didn't you buy it from Nuts and Berries?
because I want to save that paper towel and toilet paper for our
I
customers.
think that's a bunch of
Yeah,
bullshit.
no.
Buy
But I did the
Nuts and
self checkout, and then I left it there.
Yeah. I
So
see.
now I'm still out of paper
That's really
towels.
sad. So here's what I think.
Boy, this is going to be a good one.
I get why things like the 15 different types of chips that you buy are out of stock because big factories that actually employ humans to do the work can't have as many humans in one area at a time
So
because it's
production is
socially
slowed down.
distancing. So they slow down production so that then you get one kind of chip made at a time instead of 7 at a time. And so this week you get this chip, next week that chip's out of stock. Next week you get this chip, following week that's out of stock. Blah, 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 right? But toilet paper?
I mean, I'll say this.
I-
I loaded up on these because I didn't want to be the last person, like musical chairs but with toilet paper. I didn't want to have toilet paper. And it took me, if all this craziness started in April, as far as locking down and all that crap, it was probably late. It was after lockdown was over before I got through my quarantine supply of toilet paper.
I still have my quarantine
Yeah.
supply. I mean, we bought a lot. But so, all right.
But now I have my preferred brand back in the house. Thank Christ. So,
Well,
we used
I
to.
don't think that Christ has anything to do with
In the
it.
Navy, we used to call a certain kind of toilet paper John Wayne toilet paper. You know why? Because it felt like the sands of Iwo Jima.
I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, that's a movie that John Wayne was in. Military people will know that one, or I guess old people.
Old people. I didn't say it. You said it. Nice comment. So I think some people might feel like that we are making fun of the coronavirus, and we are very serious people. We are not making fun of the coronavirus.
No, we're not making
As
fun
business owners, I think we've gotten some people that have ripped us a new one because we put some videos up one time where we didn't have masks on. We were in the store. There weren't any freaking customers in there, dude. Kevin, me, our employees have been in the same freaking room with each other since we started this, right? Like we talk to each other. We're not, we're pretty smart people. The other thing we do is we actually take care of our immune systems.
Yes.
So for those of you that don't know what an immune system is, Kevin's going to tell you.
Your immune thanks. Your immune system is that system that conveys immunity. But so right now I'll be completely transparent, and yes, it helps that I own a health food store. I take I take about 14 supplements every morning. So I'm taking 2 mushroom supplement, 2 capsules of a mushroom supplement, 2 of a liver supplement.
It's because he drinks too much.
Yeah, 2 of a brain supplement to help my brain work. 2 more of andrographis, which is a natural immune thing. I take a multivitamin. I take 2 fish oils. I take hair, skin, and nails. And that might be it.
All right, so which brain thing are you using now?
I am using a mushroom-based brain thing, the Mycobotanicals brain from
It is working. Kevin has tried every freaking brain product we have on our shelves. Every freaking one of them. Most of them do not work for him at all. Now, I actually use a different brain product, not because I need a brain product, but because it makes me like a superhuman 18-year-old mentally sharp, right? And I tell you guys,
So
I
she thinks.
swear to God, I swear to God, I do like 3 executive jobs. Like I'm the CEO, the CFO, and the director of purchasing and the director of marketing. So that's more than 3. My brain friggin' works. I had cancer. I went through chemo, y'all. Like people that went through chemo, their freaking brains don't work. Everybody says they get brain fog. I don't have brain fog. None. 0. And I also consume cannabis, so I get smarter every day. Even though I do that, because some people think that that's not actually a thing. But here it is. So I use a product called Garden of Life Memory and Focus for young adults. Now, I'm not a young adult. I'm an adult. I'm not as old as Kevin, but I'm an adult, right? And so, but I use the young adult ones because it has sage in it. And I swear, sage makes my brain work like a super highway, right? It's pretty cool. But this, what is, you have the Mycobotanicals brain is mushrooms and botanicals, but it's got ginkgo and gotu kola.
It's got,
and reishi, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And then a couple other things. Like mycobotanical formulas are amazing.
Lion's mane.
Oh, yeah, lion's mane. Yeah.
Yeah, dropping
Look at that.
Dropping some knowledge right here.
So anyways, our immune systems are all over our body, right? It's not just like in your belly. Your immune system, although a lot of our immune system does live in our gut. And so I really worry about everybody out there that is not currently on a regular routine to support their immune system. And I'm not just talking about I take a multivitamin every day. Like you should be on a serious regimen. Now, for those of you that are currently isolating, so we have a couple of friends that have been isolating the whole time and haven't really come out. When you decide when you decide you're going to start going out in public again, like 2 weeks before you do that, you have got to get your immune system cranked up, y'all, or you're going to get sick, not with COVID, every other freaking thing that's out there. It's going to get you. It's going to get you. Like you'll get the flu or you'll get some kind of sinus infection, and it's going to be 80 times worse than it was before COVID because you've not been exposing yourself to any of these other things. Like I really worry about people. Like I worry about them. I worry about the kids going back to school for that reason. For that reason, I actually make Sally go out and put her hands in the dirt, and I allow her to eat food that falls on the ground.
Hey, 30-second rule.
I was see if anybody was listening.
10-second rule.
It depends on where it's at, though. Sometimes it's 2 seconds. Sometimes it's, yeah. If it's in a public place where it's like under the table, no. But like at the house, whatever.
Did you know that it takes nearly 2 days for the human body to pass a Lego?
What size?
You know it hurts to step on a Lego brick, but have you ever wondered what happens when you swallow one?
You should eat one.
In a 2018 study published in the Journal of Pediatrics and Child Health, which
Kevin tries it.
sounds
That's a great Kevin tries it.
six volunteers decided to find out by ingesting a Lego figurine head, those little tiny heads,
Yeah, the little heads.
a piece that is much rounder, presumably much easier on the digestive system than a rectangular one. Based on the results, the researchers determined that it takes an average of 1.71 days for a Lego to pass through the human body.
Okay, but here, I'm going to tell you guys, this is how my brain works, right? So I think...
The way it brain works, immediately wants me to eat a Lego.
Well, that,
you see how that works.
But then I immediately think, well, what color was the Lego? Well, because is there dye on it? Is that dye going to get into your system and cause some epigenetic reaction, and then you're going to end up with some kind of like new thing?
I bet it was brown at the end of the experiment.
I bet it wasn't. I bet it was still red or yellow, whatever the color it was. I think you should try it. I think you should try a red one, and you should try a yellow one, and you should try.
So this is how it goes.
This
is how it goes. This is going to evolve now to eating a brick Lego, not a little round head, but
no,
a
I
brick
wouldn't want
Lego.
that. Because what if you got like a tear in your stuff?
In the name of science.
No, the round one is a good idea. There's a good one. It's a good idea.
There's somewhere someone got paid to find out how long it takes to shit out a Lego.
I know.
I need to get in on that.
Kevin would do it.
I would do it if I got a grant for like $50,000.
I mean, $50,000. I think I would do it for $5,000.
All right. Look, I'm just saying.
Anybody out there paying? Ian has. I've eaten a few in my days. It's not good on the back end. I bet not. I bet not.
Let's see.
Trolls.
I've learned something today. I've learned that trolls turn to stone if the sun hits them.
Yeah. You should watch that movie, Trolls. It's funny. They're nice. But apparently the trolls that hide under bridges, those are the ones you got to watch out for.
Ooh. Playing electronic music can help keep mosquitoes at bay.
You mean like EDM music?
Yes. You're probably not surprised to hear that playing EDM can scare people away, but as it turns out, it can do the same with mosquitoes. In a 2019 study in Acta Tropica, I don't know what that is, researchers played the Skrillex song Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites, which combines very high and very low frequencies with excessive loudness and constantly escalating pitch, and it discouraged yellow fever mosquitoes from biting victims and from mating.
Is this EDM? This doesn't seem like it.
No, that's Tina Turner.
This is EDM hits.
This is how Generation X finds their EDM.
EDM hits. 2000.
We're going to get better at this technology thing because I think there's a way to actually add it to the soundtrack of the talk show, and that we can also show things on our screen too. There are no mosquitoes down here, so I guess it works.
What does EDM stand for?
Electronic dance music.
Oh, okay, that's dancing.
Right?
In case you guys needed a break from us talking.
Did you bring any other topics today, Mary?
No. We still need a name for our show.
So we need a name for the show.
I had it written down
And
somewhere.
we're gonna here's the game plan is that we're gonna do this once a week, Friday afternoons, unless we think of a reason to do it a different day. We'll talk about different things on different days.
Notes from the Nuthouse.
Oh.
Notes from the Nuthouse.
Notes from the Nuthouse is a maybe.
Or 2 nuts in a box.
That seems like a much more appropriate.
Those are my 2. I'm gonna let you guys.
I feel like
maybe
a
we
nut in
could
a
do like
box.
a vote thing. Sometime I could figure that out. Let's see.
So what we're going to do is also we're going to Facebook Live these episodes until we have like the finances to do real equipment. And then
Hi, Rabia.
Hi, Rabia.
2.
And we're gonna download them to we have a YouTube channel as well. So we're just gonna save the episodes. We're doing this just to do something a little fun. I mean, it's not gonna change the world. I don't know, maybe it'll change the world.
You know what? That is something that we could talk about for hours, changing the world.
Yes.
I mean, that's what we do every day. But you don't have to change. So when people, I think this is interesting because I think that when I was a little girl, right? If you wouldn't have guessed. I wanted to change. I wanted to save the world. I was going to join the Peace Corps, right?
I'm not laughing at the Peace Corps. I'm not laughing at the Peace Corps.
I am never joining the Peace Corps.
I'm laughing at Mary joining the Peace Corps.
I don't like to camp. I definitely do not like to sleep on the ground. When we go to Ragnar, we run this 24-hour relay race. I bring a freaking cot, y'all. I drag this shit across the field. Somebody else sets the tent up, and I put my cot in the tent so that I can sleep my 3 hours and then go run 6 miles and then sleep 3 more hours and go run 6 miles,
yes.
Okay? Because I am not that. So when I figured that out, like, I don't know, when I was a teenager or whatever, I decided Peace Corps wasn't for me. But I did study how people use plants because the Medicine Man, with the one with Sean Connery.
Oh yeah.
That is like what inspired me. Like I wanted to do that. I wanted to find a cure for cancer in the rainforest. The rainforest also has bugs. It's like, no, I'm a little bit older, I'm a little bit more mature. I actually think I could go do the camping thing. Maybe a couple of days, not for long. But I
don't think so.
I don't like the mosquitoes. I could play that EDM all day long, but it would also probably scare away all the good animals.
And also all your friends.
Yeah. Probably not my friends. I don't have any friends.
Well, we're about the 30-minute mark.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing this every week, and we'll also save these to our YouTube channel, so that probably me and Mary can watch them again, because I'm not sure.
Well, someday we think that we'll be actually funny, and then you might actually be entertained. And sometimes Kevin and I talk in the office about stuff that is very funny.
And we're going to start saving up our topics.
We're going to say, but we were going to talk about, what was the topic? Oh, I know the topic. Here we go. I mean, we're going to save you. We're going to send you off on this one. So this morning on the radio, I'm listening, and they say, because this is very appropriate to people that own a health food store in the health and wellness industry.
All you health food store owners up there.
4 times the amount of ice cream has been purchased since the pandemic started. Why?
People sitting home watching TV eating ice cream.
4 times? Maybe because the kids aren't in school? Does anybody know? Do you know why?
You and I are not the best people to judge this because we worked all the way through the thing. But I think people are staying home, got really bored, watched a ton of Netflix, and ate ice cream.
Okay, so then the thing I did not tell you, because you told me I wasn't allowed to talk about it, but is this. That in addition to that piece of, that little nugget, the next nugget is that...
Oh, yeah. She wanted to bring it up earlier. I said, don't use it now. Wait for the thing.
59% of people that have gym memberships say they will not go back to the gym.
Oh.
Would you go back to the gym? Me? No. I owned a gym.
Yeah.
No. Would you go back to the gym? Would you go inside a building that's a gym where people are sweating and their spit and sputum is going all over you?
I wouldn't go to the gym because I'm outdoor.
I know, you're an outdoor.
I'm just not a gym guy.
I mean, and God bless them. I know all these gym owners. They're wonderful, wonderful people. Jeremy, Lloyd, you guys are friggin' awesome. And I know you guys are cleaning your asses off, but it isn't about you cleaning that worries me.
Nice
it's about the people that are next to me that are disgusting.
Yeah, no.
That are like sweating, and like I remember I used to work out with these dudes that would like BJ, that would sweat everywhere, and we'd be running and his sweat would flick on me.
It's like that scene from Flashdance where the water falls on the girl.
Was BJ's sweat, like I could call
you like shake his head no, and he goes,
so freaking gross. He would be able to wring his shirt out. It was like a gallon of water. So freaking gross. That shit has COVID in it. If you have COVID, okay, no way you're getting around that shit. There's no mask that's gonna save you from that fucking shit. It gets on your arms, it gets on your body, it gets through your pores, and then you're sweating.
It's like
your pores are like gigantic. It's everywhere. So freaking disgusting. So listen, but I don't think that those people are just eating ice cream and getting fat. The 59%, that's a lot of fucking people.
That is a lot.
I mean, and
everything's gonna be different. We know that.
Well, so what are you doing different for fitness?
Well, I still run the boot camp out of Chastain Park. So
nothing different.
Nothing
outside
different.
Workouts, yeah. And so we're
again. I was in this somewhat.
We might have a little surprise for y'all coming in a month or so.
Oh yeah, but that's a surprise for later. That's what we call a teaser in the business.
The teaser.
I'm going to leave them with one.
Wait! I want to tell what I'm doing.
Oh, that's right.
I am doing Peloton. So Peloton, I don't know what the history of Peloton is really, but it's an app now, and you can get a Peloton bike for like $2,500. Hell no, I did not spend that money on it. I have a regular little bike, but you put like your phone on the little like handlebars in front of you. You can do the app, and you can go through, and it's great, y'all. I mean, the instructors are amazeballs. I mean, and you're talking to somebody who was a fitness instructor that was my life. These instructors are hands down, they're some of the best that I've ever seen in the industry. Like, I get it, they're probably paid like $200,000 a year. That's all they fucking do. But they're really good at motivating. Even schmucks like me, right? I love Peloton, so I'm a gigantic fan of Peloton. Or you could go outdoor to boot camp. I just can't make it there at that time because I can't get up at 4:30 in the morning anymore. It's too early.
All right, we talked about stress, and we talked about things like that. Oatmeal helps fight depression.
Why?
People experiencing depression and insomnia, or both, as they are often linked, have a lack of serotonin, a hormone synthesized from the amino acid tryptophan.
Yes.
So eating foods high in tryptophan, like oatmeal, eggs, chicken, and peanuts, can help regulate mood and sleep, according to a 2016 study published in the journal
Do you know
Nutrients.
what else can help regulate serotonin?
Weed.
Cannabis. Not weed. That shit. Like, this is what weed. Cannabis. CBD. We sell that shit at our store.
Ooh, maybe next week I'll tell the story about how I roofied myself.
Yes.
All right, that's going to
Stay
be
tuned.
Stay tuned.
That is
next
a
week
fantastic story.
is how Kevin roofied himself last summer by accident.
It was a
but
accident.
But tune back in here
Okay.
or check out our YouTube channel when we figure out how to make that work.
Yes.
And we'll see you soon.
Okay.
Everybody enjoy your weekends. And
Namaste.
thanks for the 5 of you who watched.
And, well, there's a bunch of people
more.
that came in. And
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
And we will see you soon. Stay healthy out there. And
Signing out from the Nuthouse.
have fun. Signing off. Bye.